Oh, okay. Yes. Alpay.
Exactly.
But he's amazing. He should become a mentor. Yeah, he's amazing.
Too sweet. Too early. Can we keep one mic? Like a sec. Sweet. Okay, cool. Should be. Sounds on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, everyone. To get us all a little bit warmed up and hyped, I would love for everyone to come a little closer. Like stand up and please let's fill out all these seats.
Oh
in the
yeah,
front.
please. Let's stay a little in front. Yeah.
This way we can be a little bit more cozy. You can understand us better. Also, just in case the baby goes off again and the hammers, then we don't have to scream. Also, you too, if you want, come a little closer. You too. Take your seats. There's a lot of seats up front. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, it's way better, isn't it?
Yeah, it's much
Yeah.
better. Yeah.
All right, lovely. Lovely. Okay. Before we dive in, I would love to do a little warm up, okay? For that, everyone please stand up.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Very simple question. There's something that's been bugging my mind and I want to find the answer. Do you guys prefer Canggu or Ubud? And to answer, for Canggu, you sit down after the countdown. No, not yet. After the countdown. Okay, Canggu sitting down and Ubud, you just stay standing after the countdown, okay? Canggu sitting. Sorry? Then you have to do a backflip. Okay, Canggu, you sit down after the countdown. Too fast. And Ubud, you stand standing, okay?
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Really? Okay, stand up again.
Sorry.
That was very clear. I didn't expect that, but I like it. Okay, and now the actual topic question. Would you rather have, and again, wait after the countdown, would you rather have 10 clients after posting a piece of content or 100,000 views? 10 clients is sitting down, not yet, standing, Julio, too fast. Standing up is 100,000 views, okay? Sitting, 10 clients, standing, 100,000 views. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, sweet.
Yeah, that's it.
Now you can.
Yeah, so in the last 3 months, is actually I went from like 0 clients to a fully booked calendar for next 3 months in less than 90 days. Okay, so in the next 1 hour, we will walk you through. Oh, thank you. And it's all because of Anton advice, by the way. Anton's the founder of Terra. A few months ago, when I was his mentee, he gave me a very good advice. He said, Rania, get overwhelmed with leads. Okay, so that's what I was doing. That's why I was focusing on getting overwhelmed with leads. And in the next 60 minutes, we will walk you through the system to go viral and get clients. Yeah. So Alvai, I want to ask you a question.
Sure.
So what was the first time that you went viral? Like right now you have like 90,000 followers on
Roughly.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how was it?
That was funny. Okay, so a little bit of backstory for that. I started an online business 2 years ago, which was a school community. Does anyone know School by Alex Hormozi? At least he promotes it, yeah. So for the ones who don't know it, School is an online platform like a social media, like Facebook or something, where you can create a community, which is easy to gate. So you can put a subscription on it, people can pay on a monthly basis or whatever, and then they get access to the community, and then you can share all kinds of content there, You can do calls, you can do PDFs, courses, whatever. And one of my big hobbies and one of my best skills, to be honest, is language learning. I love languages, And I thought, why not combine...
How many languages you can speak?
6.
Okay, so what is thank you in all of these languages?
Goddamn. Danke, thanks, teşekkürler, gracias, obrigado, makasi. Okay, so language learning. I thought, why not combine business with hobby and teach people how to do it? So I started the language learning community, and to market it, I used my Instagram. So I started Instagram, and in my first week, I posted this video, which was based on a concept I saw from someone else, competitor analysis, people, it's important. And that thing went wild. The next morning, it had 1 million views, and then in a month or something, had 15 million. Ooh. And that teleported me from less than 200 followers to 10,000 in a week or something. Yeah.
It's good.
That was nothing anyone could replicate, It was just pure luck, but it felt crazy. What about you? When did you go viral the first time?
I think I was like someone who hates social media. I had only 10 of my friends on Facebook and my Facebook account. And then I was starting my first startup when I was 21. So I was so young, okay? And I was sharing my story, like why I'm starting this startup exactly. And that I have been through a long process to find my career path and to find a mentor. So I'm making Careerack, my first startup, to be your mentor. Okay, so I was sharing my story, and I shared my story, and then I slept, and I wake up the next morning, and I found thousands of shares, thousands of comments, like a lot of views, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? I wanted to close the account, but then I found out that my first program actually it got fully booked. So I said, no, stay. It brings money, so it's good. And for a few years, actually, I was able to work with the government. We were able to reach over 100,000 students all over Egypt. We got investment, we got everything. But at this time, I think like it happened naturally. I didn't plan for it. But the last 3 months, I planned for it to go viral. And it was different. So in the last 3 months, I was planning to go viral. That's why I think in the last 3 months, I got over 15 million views over my Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. On Facebook right now, I have like 150,000 followers. On Instagram, around 66,000. LinkedIn, 30,000. And all of this equal clients. So for me, it's very important.
Yeah, no. That is crazy. Congrats on that, by the way. So after the first viral piece, you had a fully booked course, right?
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I had also a viral piece, but I didn't have any clients after that.
Oh.
Yeah, and the learning here is views are not views. Views are not valued equally, guys. That is very important. So just going viral will not help at all if the positioning is not right, if the packaging is not right, and if the conversion is not in place. What does that mean? Fancy words, I know. If someone who could be a potential client sees it and doesn't understand why he should listen to you, if he doesn't feel like this is exactly for me, and if there's no clear action afterwards, if he doesn't know what to do after, which path to take, then it will probably not convert. What I want to ask you, Rania, or do you want to say something?
Oh yeah, I want to ask you the same also. Like, do you think going viral is a luck or science?
Well, based on the experiences I made, there's definitely technique behind it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same for me. So it's for me. I think for both of us it went like this. Yeah. But there was a science behind it.
I am convinced. Motorcycle. I'm convinced that you can increase the likeliness of your content to go viral. You know, there is scientific steps that you can take, that you should take to make a piece go viral, but then you also have to know in which direction. There can be, like I said, a viral piece that doesn't produce anything, that gets you the wrong views, the wrong followers, or it gets you the right eyeballs on your piece of content and your offer, so you have the right people seeing it.
Yeah.
And that is the difference. That is important.
That's why I think we can play it. Like in the last 3 months, when I was trying to go viral, actually, I studied a lot of books. Okay, so there is a book. It's called Contagious. Okay, so Contagious is talking about why some content is going viral and spread between people like a virus, and others not. Okay, so it have a formula. Okay, so let's have a.
Yeah, let me help you.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, so the formula in this book, it was like steps. Okay, so S is for social currency. Like people love to look good, people love to look smart, people love to look like they are helping others, they are supporting others. Like if you remember the Ice Bucket Challenge a few years ago, it spread between all over the world like a virus. Everyone was sharing it. Why? Because it helps them to look like they are looking after a charity, they are working for a purpose, so it looks them to look smart. And then like triggers.
Before you go on, let's ask, does everyone get that? The Ice Bucket Challenge? Does everyone know the Ice Bucket Challenge thing? Just quick, raise your hand if you know. Okay, look, not everyone does. A couple of years ago, when was it? 3-4 years ago?
I think,
no more.
Yeah. More,
I was still in school.
Yeah, it was more.
Wow, 10 years ago maybe.
Yeah.
10 years ago, there was this trend on Facebook even. Wasn't it even Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah, so super old. And people were supposed to take a bucket with cold ice and pour it over their head. And the idea was to raise awareness for a certain disease. I don't even remember. Which one was it? ALS? Yeah. The idea was to raise awareness for ALS. The thing is, it started with this nice idea in mind, but in the end, it was just to get views, I think. So the main idea got lost. But still, everyone knew that it was to raise awareness for this disease. And the thing is, what Rania just said, people shared it, not because it was funny or something, but they could show someone else, look, you know, I'm raising awareness for the sickness. I'm such a social person.
A good guy, yeah.
Yeah, such a good guy. And that is really important to understand that mechanism. If you can produce a piece of content that will make someone who sends it to someone feel smart, like I send it to you, for example, and I can feel smart about it, and you're like, wow, this person shared such a valuable piece of content, you know? This will make me share it in the first place, and this will make you consume it and then maybe share it again. Because you're like, oh my God, this is so cool, I need to show this to someone else. And this is how virality is created, you know? It's a snowball effect. Really important.
Perfect. And yeah, so T is for triggers. Everyone loves Kit Kat, right? So what Kit Kat trigger does, or what is the positioning that they made? Have a break, have a Kit Kat. Okay, so this is the positioning. What do you want people to remember you with? So for me, for example, I want people to remember me as a hard worker, as an entrepreneur, okay? As now I'm talking about money and trading, so I want them, this is my trigger, okay? So trigger and positioning is very important, so you can put yourself in front of the right people, okay? So let's go this positioning. And the most important thing is emotions. So I believe, like, I don't know if you agree with me or not, but I believe that the same piece of content can trigger different emotions in different people according to the person himself. So I can post, for example, a video about me staying in a villa, and it can trigger people to feel inspired. And other people will feel angry. Other people will feel jealous. Okay. So yeah, it happens because last, like, when you get a lot of views, you will see a lot of people saying a lot of shit about you. So you will see a lot of different mindsets, right? So emotions is very important. And I believe, like, the easiest people to trigger their emotions are the most stupid ones. Like the most stupid people. I swear. Because if you can be triggered by emotions, especially anger. If you can trigger anger, if I can make you angry right now, you're not, I don't know, I think it will be like you're not strong enough, right?
Do you have an example?
Okay.
I feel like you have a good example.
Uh, yeah. So so for me, for example, in my social media last 3 months is to go viral, I was triggering anger. Okay, so how I was meaning it. So I was talking about like harassment. Okay, I was talking about like how different men are thinking differently, that women don't cannot be successful enough. Okay, so I was talking just about this, or I was saying just in the Middle East, if anyone knows it, but in the Middle East, women are not like they don't give us the same positioning like men. Okay, so for me as a woman who is traveling, having her own money and doing all of this stuff, if I come in a video and I say like all the women, you should do the same, you should be independent, fuck, it's crazy. A lot, millions of views, I swear, and millions of bad comments. It's I can trigger their anger. For me, this is strong thing because actually after this, like you can do some distribution for your content. So 10% I was making it for triggering anger, so I can make them angry, and 90% I was making technical content. So I was reaching the right people. So the algorithms was making my content go more to input different people. So I was able to attract the right clients to the bad clients. Yeah. So this was so. This is happening for you. Emotions. You can trigger emotions.
Emotion is always something that plays an important part, especially when it comes to hooks, for example.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
talk more about hooks later, but the concept of sparking emotion is the most important in hooks. But more on that later.
Okay.
Yeah.
And B for practical. So, for example, in
Actually, sorry, before diving, I
okay.
just came up with something.
Yeah, sure.
In one of my viral pieces, it was a comedic skit, okay, and the piece was about two characters having a conversation, and then one asks the other in English, like, how do you say this in Turkish? And then goes back and forth, and then in the end, it creates a sentence in Turkish that sounds ridiculous. That was super funny. But the English phrases had a grammar mistake. And a lot of people commented that my English phrase was wrong. And the English phrase being right or wrong did not influence the main idea of the content at all. It just didn't matter for the joke. But still, some people felt so offended that the grammar was wrong that they all commented and went totally crazy. This was nothing I intended, but unconsciously, subconsciously, I made them angry. And then, they went to the comment section, they commented something negative, and then someone else were like, doesn't matter, why does it matter? And then, these discussions broke out in the comment section.
Because algorithms will not differentiate between negative and positive comments, right? Like it will spread like a virus. Yeah.
So if you're able to include emotion and do something little bold or something little edgy, where this might trigger some people, that can be a good thing. Not always, but it's a tool you can use intentionally. Sometimes putting off some people is really good because you don't want to talk to everyone, right? Every one of us who has business has a niche. We want to speak to very specific people. If you talk to everyone or try to address everyone, you talk to no one in the end. So by putting some people off, you will more directly speak to the people you actually want to talk to.
Exactly. Perfect. So practical is for like a lot of people love like the tips, right? So in the next 3 minutes, I will teach you 1 to 3. I will teach you how to make money in 3 minutes, right? Like I think you have also a lot of good examples for the practical, like 3 tips for learning 1 to 3, right? So all of the people love like the practical tips. So in the next 3 minutes, in the next 1 minute, I will teach you 1 to 3. Okay. So the practical part is very important because these things they can get a good knowledge in a very like a short time. So that's why it's important. The last one is stories because it's connected with emotions. People love stories. Okay, my first viral post, okay, like when I was 21, it was because I told my story. I shared my story. Okay, so I didn't realize that. I didn't realize all of this. Okay, but actually, I think you did the same. Like everything we did, yeah, it happened by nature. Okay, but it has this formula at the end of the day. So it was like story. I was sharing my story, and people was sharing the same story like me. So they were saying, "Oh my God, I have the same problem. I suffered to find a mentor. I wasn't able to find a career." So they shared the same stories. That's why it triggered them to comment. It triggered them to share it. Okay, so that's why stories. I think it's the most important thing for going viral. Yeah.
100%. I would even say, who of us here is a coach? Raise your hand. Who of us is somewhat an educator in a broader sense? Okay. Especially for those types of people, when we do content, most of the time it's teaching stuff, right? Want to either show or share our knowledge or teach some learning, something how people can achieve their goals. But when we do that, when we teach something, it can sometimes be dry. It feels like a recipe. And those types of content is not really shareable. If you're able to connect your learning or your teaching with a story, that will always spark emotion and will be more shareable. That is one of the most fundamental, easy learnings everyone should write down. Always try to do educational stuff plus story. Education plus story will always win. Always. This is universal. Doesn't matter if it's X, if it's YouTube, if it's IG. This is one of the most fundamental winning formulas. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Have you heard of the hero's journey? The hero's journey? The concept? Interesting. Have you heard of the hero's journey?
Hero, yeah.
Yeah. Do you wanna share what the hero's journey is?
Like you, we will talk about it already in the presentation after the talks, right?
Yeah, but now it makes sense.
Okay, so I would like when we I don't know if you mean that, but like for example, for me when I was sharing about trading, okay, so I was sharing like I was putting someone as a character, as a main character, okay, and I was trying to give him as a bad example and then converting him as a good example. I made the main character in my Ross X company. I made him like I called him. I gave him a name. Okay, it was Tariq. Okay, so I was sharing how Tariq made a lot of bad examples, a lot of mistakes to become a trader, and at the end of the day, he became a gambler, not a trader. Okay, so at the end of the day, a lot of people they made a lot of comments. I'm afraid to become Tariq. You made me become afraid of Tariq. Okay, so it makes people like they want to share their experience. Okay, they want to share. I don't want to be that one. I want to be the good one. Okay, so for me, yeah, I make it like this. I don't know if you have another example as well.
Maybe not an example, but the idea is that the hero's journey is just a narrative. It's a structure of how to build a story. Like what types of elements need to happen in the narrative, and it's always the same. Every Star Wars movie, every Harry Potter movie, every Marvel movie follows that narrative, the hero's journey. And if you're able to use that with a real life example and put that in a reel, then people will naturally feel drawn to it because it's the most fundamental story of all stories. And every human has like a very deep fundamental understanding of these types of stories. So we're drawn to them. So these will be very easy to consume for a person, and we just perceive it, and then we're just drawn to these types of stories. Does that answer the question? Perfect.
And later, yeah, we're gonna talk already about the hawks and the journey of making a content, like the hawks, the content, and the.
You want to continue with that?
You want to do it now? Okay.
That was a question.
No, you can continue a little first, and then we do it. Yeah.
There's a question.
Yes. When it comes to stories and like educating stories, what's the difference between sharing your own personal story, like a made-up story, like a case study of a client, how the
What was the last sentence? Sorry.
How the story and the education inside of this person.
So between a made-up story and a real case study, you mean?
Does it make a difference?
No one will know. I don't think so. What do you think? If there's a difference between sharing a real story of a client or a made-up story, it depends on the topic. If it's something that you can prove, for example, let's say you can show the person, there's content of you with that person, so it feels more believable, then of course that will be better. Just talking about it is already a good piece of content. But the more you can prove that it feels like real, seeing the person, seeing some results depending on what you're doing, the better it will be.
I think it's all about making it real, so people they feel like they are connected with it emotionally. It doesn't matter if it's me or Tariq, for example, like the man that I made the story about in my startup. Actually, he's not existing. I never met him, okay, but he's the same like everyone else starting with trading.
It's a made-up person.
I made a person, yeah. So I made him, yeah. So he's
That's what I was asking.
yeah. So
Have to be like a real person.
no, you know you know your industry, so you know what is the mistakes, what is the main characters that people going through during their journey in your industry. So for me, people usually they go from gamblers. They start with gambling when they start trading. So they start with making a lot of money. So they think they are smart and they don't need a strategy, okay? And then they end up losing all of their money. Okay, so that's why I told this story, and they started to say, "I'm afraid of this man." A lot of people actually, because I came with a name as well. So Tariq is the people who have the same name, was making a comments, having laughs about, "Oh my God, it's my name." So I made them share it, and I don't even know Tariq. I never met him in my life. Okay, so yeah, so it will be. I think it's no difference, right? There is no difference between it. Yeah, it's good.
Let me give an example. Maybe it will be very clear then. Imagine you're a fitness coach and you're helping obese men lose fat. And there is a piece of content where you see where a prospect sees you with the still obese person, and then there is multiple clips across multiple days where he's working out and da da da. And then in the end, there's a clip of you two together, doing a clap, and he's lost half of his weight. This will be way more believable, there will be more authority and proof in that piece of content rather than you just in a talking head video talking about it. Yeah, I have this client who lost a lot of weight. We're like, okay, maybe, but if you can show and prove it, it will be stronger.
I think as coaches and educators, we have a lot of examples actually.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you a question. So
Sure.
why do you think maybe a good piece of content doesn't go viral? Because it happens a lot. Like you were saying, for example, yesterday, that sometimes you make a lot of effort in the content, okay, and then you will not find a good interaction, so you get disappointed. Okay, so why do you think some content it's very good, it have a very good example, but it's not going viral?
I would say, and for that, we can use the nice little board.
Yeah.
In the beginning, we talked about the science of going viral, right? The very first thing I would look at is the hook, Do we have a good hook? Do we have a hook that sparks emotion, that causes tension, that is either a authority hook, or maybe it's a hook that is a question, or it's a hook that presents an interesting stat, or maybe a contrarian, something that kills a belief that someone has. The hook is really important. You can't go random on the hook. The next thing I would say is the positioning. What do I mean by that? If someone watches my pieces of content and he doesn't know who this is for, then he will not feel spoken to, and then it will not make him want to consume more or continue the journey with you and find out more about what you do and how you can help him. It's so important. One of the most important things that if someone watches a piece of content, they need to think in their brains in that very second, this is for me. They need to think and believe that you understand his problem better than you do. No, that you understand his problem better than he does. That's the right thing.
So as we are talking about the hook, what about if I'm saying, like, this is the beginning of my videos, this is the start of my video, how to get clients? You like it? You think it's a good hook or a bad hook? How to get clients? What do you think is about this hook? It's good? Common, yeah. So it doesn't have a specific audience. So
It's way too generic.
yes, exactly. So what if I say how to get your first 5 clients in online business? Better, right?
Why is it better?
Because it's more specific, but like 5 clients, that's already
A result. Yeah. So yeah, a little better. Yeah. If I'm a coach with no audience, here is how I will get will my first 5 clients in the next 30 days. It's more better, right? Exactly. So the hook, there is weak hook and strong hook and more stronger hook. You have some good examples of hooks, so if you want to talk about.
Yeah, for example, when it comes to coaches, this is interesting for you guys or everyone who is an educator who needs authority, Or like it is coaches, and I had another example. also marketers or salespeople, like everywhere, every person who works in an emotional field where you need to know, okay, does this person truly understand what I'm going through? Or when you want to hire a creative strategist or a sales agent, you want to know, okay, does he actually deliver? How good are your ads? Show me your KPIs. When you have one of these things and authority is important, then you can go with something like, one good hook I used in my past was, give me a second, not to flex, but I'm pretty fucking good at creative strategy, or I'm pretty fucking good at reading people, or da-da-da. Just insert your field.
Yeah.
And then if I had to start from zero, if I wanted to reach X goal, this is what I would do.
And I'm sorry to tell you that, but, and then I start to say shocking something, yeah. Also yesterday I was talking about the pain problem plan.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Okay. This is something, if you're going to take away or take home anything from today, it's going to be probably this one. The framework, the most simple framework for a script in organic video content. It's going to be a hook, and then the body, obviously, and a CTA. Does everyone know what a CTA is? Yeah? And exactly. Anyone who doesn't know what a CTA is? You don't know? CTA is the call to action. It's what you want the viewer to do after you consume the piece of content. Follow me, take action, read this, comment that, call me, anything you want them to do. And for the body, the simplest framework is to deliver the promise, the proof, and the plan. So it could be, or before I do that, the promise is like, what do they get away from this? What will they get from watching the piece of content? The proof of why should they listen to me? And the plan is, how do they do that? The actionable steps. One very fast example, okay? Men think that building a chest is difficult. But 1,000 hours in the gym show me that with incline press, you can build a good chest. And these are 3 steps you can take to do it. And if you need more help, just comment help, and I will send you my personal plan. And now the cool thing is, the hook is always the same. CTA is not the same, but there's always a hook, always start with a hook, always end with a CTA. And the body, these 3 elements can be switched in order. You can, where's the thing? You can also start with the proof, and then do plan, and then promise. Play around with these. You have loads of different possibilities how you can do this. And this is how one idea can produce you, I don't know, 9 whatever types of pieces of content, which you can do in different types of ways and formats. We can also talk about formats. But this is the easiest framework, which will give you loads of pieces of content. Any question on that? Sorry. Do you want me to repeat the example?
Yeah.
Of course. The hook. Men think building a chest with incline press is difficult, but I'll show you how. And then proof could be 1,000 hours in the gym show me that incline press is the best way to build a chest for men. And I will show you how to do it. These are the 3 steps you need to take. Da-da-da. Have the bench at 30 degrees. Don't bend your back. Have the arms in the right angle. And if you need more help, just comment help, and I send you my guide.
You have a lot of examples about this because you are talking about dating, so you will find a lot of examples. So every one of us, actually, we have different careers, right? So let's play a game a little, like let's do an activity.
Sure.
So yeah.
For this, every one of you will need at least their phone or a Mac, anything. Just open the notepad and then write along. That'd be sweet.
So yeah, so I help, okay, and here we have the target audience, okay. So for example, I help like business owners to move from gambling, okay. So here the pain point, here's the promise, okay, or the result. Without like here's the struggling, okay, the something that can be an obstacle for them. So for example, I help business owners, okay, to move from gambling, okay, to profitable traders without having to lose money, okay. So I want everyone like to do the same, okay, and then you will share it with us, okay. So let's do it.
Let's say 2 minutes or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that enough? Maybe even 6
I love
seconds.
3
right?
minutes. 3 minutes.
3. All right. Let's do 3 minutes on the clock. Because I'm German, so everything has to be precise. All right.
Yeah, we need to talk about this.
Want to do book after?
No, we did it already. We can go like
Yeah.
this one is very good. And then yeah, so we start without writing, and then do things that going viral is for everyone.
No, that was one of the last questions.
Yeah,
That is at the very end.
because already we are talking now. Oh, yeah, I think we have more 15 minutes. Oh, we
30,
still have that
27.
long time. Oh, we have another activity, but we didn't do it. The one in the beginning.
Yeah, we can do that in the end as well.
Oh, you didn't put it. Do you have the other document? Like there was a score. Like you put a score.
That did make sense.
Okay.
Actually, that's why I changed it.
So there's another activity here or no? Okay, we can do this now.
This one's a problem that everyone will need to find a piece of content, look at it. It will cause too much distraction now.
Okay.
This is better if they do it at home. We can talk about these questions again. I will ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
One more.
I need that.
You bring me tea?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. But there's no cups, but I will try. العفو.
Seconds.
Horror movie.
Okay, that's it.
So who wanna start? Oh, they will not start if we said like that. Yes.
Yeah. So I have 13 businesses to get empty channels fully booked without spending thousands by doing organic viral content.
Very good. Very
Sweet.
good.
Thank you.
Mr. Coach. You.
I have sensitive people who move from losing themselves to relationships, like expressing their feelings freely without feeling like there's anything wrong.
Very good. Leonie.
Thank you. I have high achieving single women to move from non-commitment to healthy, promising relationships with partner of their dreams without spending months on dating a short period.
Perfect.
Perfect. Thank you. Anyone else would like to share?
Yeah.
Iris.
Good.
I have Swiss visitors who from feeling lost in translation to having some conversations without having to start regular platforms.
Perfect.
Very good.
Sweet. Okay, you get the idea. What you can do with this now, you know who you are, who you're helping, what you help them overcome. And from this sentence alone, you can create hooks, for example, and also whole ideas for a piece of content, actually. Let me look at something. I want to teach you guys something very simple. Give me a sec. Oh, no, that was the right thing. Okay. The hook I just presented a second ago, where's the... You guys all have this? Can I wipe it away?
Yeah.
I want you guys to develop a habit. If you want to be successful on social media, getting more clients for your business, then I want you to make this a habit just like brushing teeth. Whenever you see a piece of content that makes you stop, think about it for a second. Why did I stop? Why did this speak to me? And then write down the hook. Because it worked on you, so it might work on others. And then you just rewrite it to your niche. Like,
The other one is one.
I just dropped it. Okay. Like this one. People think building muscle is expensive. But I will teach you how to do it for less than $8. This is the hook of a multi-million view video on Instagram. You can just take this and rewrite it for your business. You know, people, this could be women, businessmen, children, whatever. This is the audience. People think this is the promise, what they want to achieve. But I will teach you how to do it for, and then here you solve their disbelief, their struggle, whatever. Would any one of the ones who just presented their sentence would like to do it live and rewrite this for them? Would you like to do it, Lenny? Just based on what you just, the sentence you wrote, and then
Single women think they're known as emotional men, and they met
Doesn't have to be perfect.
Let me help you because you said something very good last time in our first session. Like you was talking like you are in the position of the your client already. So you were saying like a lot of women are thinking like it's impossible to find the perfect man, or they are not deserving, or they will not never find a good man for a perfect relationship, right? Yeah. So I think you can take it from here. So
Okay. Single, high-achieving women feel there are no normal men anymore. We need to find another relationship, a relationship, or in this should be nice.
Anything. It could also.
But I will teach you, I'll show you how to find another partner in less than 90 days.
Perfect.
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 Promise.
Promise.
She's
By the
getting
way-
clients now.
This little technique of putting a time frame, like not only the promise, what they will achieve, but also telling them when they will achieve it. I'm not going to teach you how to find a man. I'm going to teach you how to find a man in 90 days. I'm not going to teach you how to trade. I'm going to teach you how to be profitable in 90 days. That is super valuable. Also something you can write down.
Yeah, it's
Whenever you can do that, give a timeline behind your promise, do it. Okay. Any question on this? Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's like, go ahead. The book is great, but since it's like short form content, and I mean, like, for example, like this, it's kind of like a promise. So how can you fulfill it in like 60 seconds or 90 seconds video?
it's not a big promise actually. So he said the same like my example in my current business. Like he said I will teach you trading in 90 days. Okay, so like basically my whole website already is based on this. I will teach you how to be a profitable trader in 90 days. Okay, so as we were saying, I make some videos to get more comments. Okay, so this is part of my content, and some of other videos it's a technical videos. Okay, so I teach people technical analysis. I teach people risk management, money management, so they can notice that I have good knowledge. I have YouTube. Different channels have different types of content. So my YouTube channel have more longer videos for my technical stuff. Instagram and TikTok and Facebook, they are more like the main focus is on reels and how to get the attention. It's all about getting the attention. Okay, so you want to say something about this?
Yeah. Very simple idea how to approach this. What I think that you're thinking is, how can I fulfill that promise in these 60 seconds, right?
It feels like it's kind of, you could say it to get attention, like
Yeah.
to spark interest, but then you're not really delivering it. How is that like? When it comes to morality, it's kind of like you're manipulating emotions.
No, this is the wrong direction. You're thinking way too complicated. This is the hook. And then I tell them what they have to do. And then in the CTA, like this is the body. In the CTA, I tell them, if you want to know how to do it, just comment trading and I'll send you my guide. And this is a 50-page guide which will teach you. You don't have to teach everything those 60 seconds. You can just tease it, you know? Or, what was it? Single ladies don't think men exist that are nice. I'll teach you in 90 days. You know what you have to do? I don't know, making up things, right? Work on yourself first, because maybe you're the problem. And then, whatever, do da-da-da. And then the prospect in the end will be like, okay, now I know kind of what I have to do, but how do I do it? Well, if you want to know how, just comment finding love and I'll send you my guide. Or just comment this and that and I'll send you a video which will teach you more. It's a 1-hour course or whatever, you know? It's just about sparking the interest and then creating a journey. The journey a customer takes can't be just one video. You have to think in piece of content is A, and then you send them to a landing page where they get a freebie maybe, and then after that, there's an email sequence, you know, and there is a whole journey which leads to the goal. This one piece of content doesn't need to have everything.
Actually,
does it help?
I believe also like there is a book. It's called Traction. Okay, so it talks about 19 marketing channel. Okay, so one of the main marketing channel is like free content. So free webinars, free toolkits, free documents. Okay, ebooks. So all of this should show your value. So actually, I got most of my clients from this. Okay, like I make free webinars. They see my value. They see how I deliver my content, and then they get interested on booking my mentorship, my big mentorship. So I think it's all about this. It's providing free value, so they can notice your how you are strong in your field, and then they will be interested to be like pay for you. Okay. So, and don't have the imposter syndrome that I'm not good enough, or maybe we are manipulating, or blah blah blah.
Any more questions? Sweet. Okay, now I have a question for you. When you see content that coaches, entrepreneurs, founders make, like what is some of the most common mistakes you see why the content does neither attract clients nor go viral?
Okay, so actually one of the first and main mistakes, because I was a mentor in Terra. This is I think my fourth flow. Okay, so I dealt with a lot of entrepreneurs who are willing to get clients. Okay, and the main common mistake is that everyone is looking for perfectionism. Okay, and we should be looking for consistency, not perfectionism. Actually, all of my videos that went viral during the last 3 months, I swear I can make a video right now and I post it, and it can go viral. Okay? It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. Last year I hired a video editor and I paid a lot for him, and he was making perfect videos. Okay, but none of them got me clients. None of them went viral. So it's not about perfectionism. It's about consistency, and actually that's what Stera is teaching us. Okay, that we have to be consistent. We have to build habits, as Albai was saying, like building habits, being consistent. Like, for example, I make a group for my team and I say, whenever you have a content idea, just share it with me. They can share it right now. And tomorrow I will publish it. Okay, because we don't have time. Okay, so if you don't publish the idea, someone else will do it. Okay, and it's all about getting attention. So I think the main mistake is looking for perfectionism over consistency.
I have a question for you guys. Did any one of you ever postpone or not post a piece of content because because they thought the edit is not nice, or the technicals weren't right, or the light was bad, but you liked the content, like what you were saying in it? Yeah, I can tell you, happens to everyone, me too. But when I look back to my very first videos, how they looked, Jesus, and some of them still perform really well. In the end, the content, what you're saying, if you're sparking emotion, if you speaking to the right audience, if you're speaking to a very specific problem, and if the journey is clear, that is way more important than the technicals. Did you ever do that? Like not post a video because the technicals weren't right?
Oh no, I'm not that person. Yeah, I think this is a good thing about me. Like I'm very fast. I love to do things very fast because I always think like we have a very short time on this earth, so everything have to be done very fast. Well, if we delay, we will not do anything. So I think yeah, everyone already say about me that I'm fire, I'm Aries. So I think that's why I'm crazy.
I have another question for everyone. Did anyone of you ever feel like running out of ideas? Like not knowing what to post about today or what video to create? Hands up. Okay. What is your favorite strategy to come up with new ideas?
Oh, actually, I think I don't have this problem of ideas because
She's blessed.
no, I have a list of content for I think for next 6 months. So because I always have a lot of ideas, but the best way to get ideas for me, even for businesses or as a startup, I always say, in 2026 you are not creating something new. Okay, everything is already done. Okay, so my strategy is copy, paste, innovate. Okay, so you don't need to come with a brilliant idea, just copy paste and innovate, do it your way. So that's why I believe like copying and innovating over the existing content itself, it's very important. That's why like Albai was saying a few seconds ago, like whenever you come up or whenever you see a good video, that's what I do. I have a list. Okay, whenever I see a good video, I put this video in my list. Okay, and I try to do it my way. I see how the hooks they are doing, and I try to do it. So yeah, what do you want to say?
That is amazing. I want to build on that, what you just
Okay.
said. One of my favorite sayings in this field of marketing is, or in social media, as you said, everything has been done already, right? Nowadays, not the ones win who are the most creative or innovative, but the ones who know how to copy the best. Just do, yeah, it sounds sad, but just do what's already working on those platforms. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just upgrade it. Pimp it up with some platinum, some gold slugs, LEDs, make it look nice. But remember how I told you that you should develop a new habit? Whenever you see a video, you write down the hook. Next level shit. You open up an Excel. This is what I do, at least once a month. And then you have, link, maybe? Hook. And then on-screen hook. And then the KPIs that matter to you. And then you write them down, okay? And only look at videos 1 million views or more, okay? So every time you see a piece of content, or even like I do once a month at least, you check your competitors, the ones you feel are the closest of what you want to do, or either have the same kind of audience or the same kind of product, anything that is closely related to your business. And then you put down the link, write down the hook, the auditive hook, what they're saying, and then on screen, because the on-screen hook is not always the same, also very interesting. And then the KPI that matters to you. Is it the shares? Is it the views? Whatever. But generally, only write down the ones 1 million views or more. When you do this continuously, you will have a crazy valuable content library you can always come back to. And then you have hooks to choose from. A hook structure like the one from before that worked yesterday will probably work next year if it is designed that way, if it speaks to the emotion of the people, because evolution is not that fast. So a hook that you used today that worked really well, you can use it next month again, but for a different topic, just rewrite it. A question to that about this?
That's how I made my 6 months calendar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it could be they're not anymore, for example, and then on screen items, different example every time.
No, what I mean with on-screen, can I look up something? When you see a piece of content, sometimes in the beginning, the first 3 seconds, there's text on screen, but the first thing you hear, the first thing the person says is different. So the hook is always what the person says, but on screen is what is written on screen. Sometimes it's at the same time and they're different, sometimes it's after another, those are also important.
Link you open that video or watch that video. A trigger. Trigger you use as code.
Sorry again?
I'm saying a trigger in every video or text line.
Yeah, like a trigger, a photo, or a text, a specific text, yeah.
Yeah. Those are also important. By the way, some very sophisticated marketing neuroscientists found out that when we're scrolling, right, this is Instagram, then we scan a piece of content top down. So if you have on-screen text, put it in the upper third, because this is what we will see first, what the brain will perceive first. And if there's nothing there, we'll scroll past it. But if in the upper third, a piece of information is presented that is relevant to us, the chances of that person stopping and actually consuming it is way higher. So don't put the text here. Put it there. Just a little nugget on the side.
So, okay, I want to ask you a question. So,
Sure.
what is the bad thing of going viral? Do you think going viral have a side effect?
Yes, 100%. There is a side effect if you're going viral with the wrong topic. For
Yes.
example, I had a video idea which was not super closely related to my business or anything, but it was funny. I still laugh about it today. And it went viral at like 6 million or something. And it got me like 15,000 followers. But these people were looking for cheap entertainment, just the fast, cheap thrill. None of them were actually interested in learning languages. They just wanted to be entertained. And that did not serve me well. Because now I had these 15,000 people that would not consume my content, not engage, not interact, which killed my ratio. The like to view ratio, or the like to view to follower ratio, which is important. And that was really bad. It felt good in the beginning, but it didn't serve me.
Yeah, also one of the side effects is like you have to be bold, you have to be brave, okay? Because you will get a lot of negative comments because you will reach millions of people, okay? So not everyone will love you. Nothing in this world, everyone is agreeing on it, okay? So you have to admit it that not everyone will love you, okay? So you will get a lot of negative comments, a lot of people saying a lot of shit. Okay, so you have to understand that it is not about you. Okay, it's about the videos that they saw. It's about themselves. Actually, I always see that they see a mirror of themselves. Okay, so that's why they get angry. That's why they wanna show their anger. Okay, so it's not about you. It's nothing about you. When you get rejected in anything in this life already, or someone, for example, doesn't agree with you on something, or doesn't love you, or whatever. Okay, it's not about you. It's about his beliefs. It's about himself. Okay, so you have to be able to understand that, or otherwise you will get very disappointed, I think, or you will get negative energy. And your main focus should be on the business, because here we are not actors, we are not thinkers. Okay, we are focusing on, and I think we are not bloggers. Okay, everyone here have a business or a service provider. Okay, so our main focus should be on the business, and going viral should be part of getting clients for our business. Okay, it shouldn't be our main focus. We are not bloggers. Okay, so we have to focus on getting money. Okay, so that's why we should focus on the business line, and everything else is a distraction. As long as it helps my business, I should focus on the final result, not on the distractions on the way. Yeah, so.
Do you have an example of a piece of content that gave you a lot of bad comments? Something that truly annoyed you?
Yeah, I was posting a video comparing between lifestyle in Egypt and Bali. Okay, and actually I never said anything bad about Bali, but just because I'm talking in Arabic, so about Egypt. So because they say they see that I'm talking in Arabic, so they got angry and they felt that she's talking a lot of good things about Bali, so she's talking bad about us. She's thinking that Egypt is not the same. Egyptian people is not the same. So they got very angry, okay, and they started to make. I went so fucking viral. A lot of big pages on Facebook, on Instagram started to post about me, okay, and a lot of bad comments. And I was laughing. I swear, me with my team, they were like, Rania, are you okay? I don't give a fuck. Okay, I swear, yeah, I don't give a fuck. And I got ideas from them. They were talking that she's trying to support women to be empowered and have money and blah blah blah. So I said, okay, let's make a webinar for women. I swear, yeah, and I made a webinar for women, and it was very successful. So I got ideas, yeah. So for me, I don't give a shit because I know it's a reflection for themselves, not for me.
Killer.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, do you think going viral is for everyone or no?
For everyone. No, I don't think so. It highly depends on the niche, because there is some niches, some industries which are not sexy, where it's very, very difficult to produce content that's likable, shareable, savable. So sometimes you will have a business of a person with, 5,000 followers, but they make 100K a month because they don't need so many. If they're selling to high net individuals, for example, of course, they will not have hundreds of thousands of views. So going viral always needs to be in relation to your niche. In certain niches, having 5,000 views can be considered viral for that specific niche. Okay? If you're posting something funny, just a comedy skit, you get 10 million, that's normal. That's even very little. But if it's something on business advice, 1 million is already really, really good. And then, you know, it really depends from, like I said, niche to niche.
And because I know in the Netherlands there are two people. One is a biology teacher. I mean, biology is maybe not the most sexy thing now when you're a kid to learn. But he makes such a great comment about it. And it's environment change the whole time. Another person is like not really involved, you know, and it's not very either. But he had so much fun because he really wanted stories and the value and like you know they're even now good for everything here. So I think it's also maybe the way you present your topic, even if it's not the most sexy. How do you feel?
100%. But we have one very important element. You said he tells stories. If you're able to tell your unsexy topic in a good story, that's a big plus. And then, what did Rania say in the beginning? Things go viral that make other people who send it look smart. And biology is science. And if you share something about biology, you know, teacher's content, that will make you look smart. What? You're into biology? You know, that ticks another box. So if you look at it, you will probably see a lot of boxes that are ticked from the topics we just discussed today. Nice. Mission accomplished for us then.
So,
Officially, the time's up.
yeah. Do you have any advice?
Advice. Don't forget the framework. Never forget it. Hook, promise, plan, proof, CTA, and this. Make this a habit. This is extremely valuable. It's the best things I can give as advice.
Oh, my advice is something I learned from someone from Terra. She's called T-Bird, but unfortunately she's not here today. Yeah, so T-Bird, she taught me something. She's brilliant. So one day I was here in TS Suites, okay? And she put her phone on the table and she told me, Rania, can you try to get the phone? Okay, so I was trying to get the phone. She said, no, try to get the phone. I was trying to get the phone. She said, no, try. Oh my God, what the hell? So she said, there is nothing called the try. You either do the thing, you either take the phone or don't take it. Okay? So there is nothing called I will try to do, I will try to post content, I will try to do blah, blah, blah. So you should not try, you should just take the action. Okay? So stop saying like, I'm not good enough, or maybe people will say blah, 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 people, maybe I look stupid, maybe anything, it's not, it doesn't matter. Okay? You should just have to take action. So for me, this is my advice.
That's pretty good advice.
Thank you.
Any final questions? If you can hear us with the hammering.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
So,
That's it, I guess.
yeah, and I have also, I have a file for 100 book. I will send it on Telegram. But I ask you for something, please, like share your feedback about today's session on the group, and I will share the document. And I sent me and I have already a challenge for you.
If anyone wants to connect, this is my IG. Alpag.
Alpag.
Oops, sorry.
On me. I think you will. Yeah, Rania.
You have a better handwriting than me. You should have been writing the whole time.
Yeah. So, yeah, you want to see the challenge?
Ah, yeah. That was,
Yes.
yeah. Was this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We would like to ask every one of you to make a video today based on the framework we gave you. Hook, promise, plan, proof, CTA. Make a nice video, and if you want, tag us on IG.
And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to take the action. Yeah. So, thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Yalla.
Thank you so much, Fabiola. Hi. Yeah, did you learn something? Are you gonna take action? Yeah. All right. Awesome. Gonna do the hook.
Yes.
All right. Well, I want to thank you all for coming